And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers on a great day here with Annette Whittemore, president and founder of the Whittemore Peterson Institute, and Judy Mikovits, who is the director of research for WPI. You wanted to clear up something about vaccines.
Well, I just wanted to say that we certainly are advocating vaccinations and understand how important those are to the well-being of the children. But what we're hoping for is by finding out whether or not somebody is positive to XMRV, whether it's one family member or another, and then looking forward in children, you could alter the immune response in such a way or protect the child and still be able to vaccinate and avoid autism in these kids. So, and again, I don't think that either one of us are sitting here and saying vaccination causes autism. Rather, a number of factors, a genetic susceptibility to the illness, the infection itself, and then on top of that, you're adding something to that mix that takes that child over the top.
You know, one of the things that's interesting to me is that, you know, we're not very far away from actually being able to resolve a lot of the problems for these people. I mean, we've seen with HIV/AIDS that it has now been put under control for many, many people. And are we looking for the same thing for not just ME and CFS, but for many other diseases as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So we, as you said, we've got a lot of experience in drug development, and these retroviruses work the same. So we have drugs that are already FDA approved on the market that we can now begin rational clinical trials and actually treat and come close to the proving causality when we do indeed have people be better, healed.
So actually we are working on treatments right now, and I think one of the biggest things that we feel is very, very important is that we continue this work on this pace to solve this problem as quickly as possible, and that's going to require some funding, and we're really hoping, and we're working very hard right now with the NIH to accommodate those needs and get some funding into this area as soon as possible out to the Institute so we can begin these clinical trials.
What has been the response? I know that this was embargoed until today by Science Magazine, but what has been the result of the medical community?
I will let Judy answer that one because
Okay.
It's been phenomenal. The scientific community has just been over the top. So.
Yeah, we've presented these data 3 times, twice at closed conferences at the NIH and one at an international meeting a few weeks ago, and you could hear a pin drop in the audience. It's amazement. The scientists are excited. Everyone's working on it, so we know we're going to get a lot of help, but it's just amazement. It's an entire new field of medicine, and everyone who's ever worked in this family of viruses, now that we've shown it's a human and pathogen, is extremely excited.
You know, you started this investigation because of your daughter and her lengthy illness with CFS. What's your response now, and what's her response?
Oh, we are just absolutely overwhelmed. We're so excited to be able to put a name to the item, you know, the pathogen that's really been causing her the problems. But there's always that little bit of sadness now, you know, where you've held on for a really, really long time and said, you know, we're going to do this, we're going to do it, and every once in a while we stop and well, we're a little bit sad for the lost health and on all the lost years, and then we just go right back out there. And you know, I'm looking forward to all the new treatment options that are going to be available, and we've already talked to a large group of scientists about a possible vaccine. Judy has mentioned to me several times that this is going to be easier to find a vaccination against this than HIV because it is a simple retrovirus. So
yes, and that is the amazing thing.
Unbelievable.
There are obviously going to be a lot of people who have a lot of questions about this, and this broadcast is going to be seen around the world, literally online. Where do people come to find the information?
Well, we hope they'll come to our website and visit us at www.wpinstitute.org. We've put up a lot of information about XMRV, questions and answers, and we're hoping to do what is it called when they post? You know, so they can post their questions and then they can post their comments, a board of some sort, so right online. And certainly you'll probably get quite a bit of feedback.
Yes, and we'll put a link to your website on our website. Even though we've discussed how earth-shattering this is, I don't think people are going to understand.
No.
But over the next few months as this rolls out, and I just can't say, how excited I am for you, and I also have a family member that suffers from fibromyalgia.
We should speak to that just very quickly, that fibromyalgia, we include that in this group. We did bring in some samples, and they tested positive as well. So there's a lot of folks out there that are going to find that there's a reason for their symptoms, there is an answer, and there are going to be some treatments that are going to make a difference. So.
Congratulations to both of you. It's just wonderful. And your building isn't even finished yet.
I know. You know what was really funny? About a year ago, I told Judy, I said, on this agenda sheet, I said, okay, agenda items, what are we going to do? We're going to find the underlying cause of this disorder, develop treatments, and we are going to have a vaccine. And I said, well, do you think you can do that before the doors are open? And then, we can figure out what we're going to do in that space. But yeah, I am just absolutely thrilled, and I do believe that we are going to move very rapidly on this. So
congratulations to both of you, and we look forward to you coming back and telling us more about the progress. Thank you. We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers after this time out.